Hello everyone, this is Corsair Mac with Max Empowerment Counseling LLC. And today I'm going to be going over Senate Bill 1577, which gives students here in Illinois 5 mental health days off. No questions asked. Alright, so sit back, relax, take everything I say with a grain of salt, do your own research, and enjoy the video. Alright, so let's start with this. Alright, so here from an article in NPR, it talks about a bill that Governor Pritzker signed into legislation, Senate Bill 1577. Alright, let's see what it says. Alright, so kids in Illinois will soon be able to take 5 mental health days off from school, which looks awesome. Alright, so let's go ahead and read this, and then I will go into the actual bill, then I'll give my final thoughts. Alright, so students across Illinois will be able to take up to 5 excused mental health days starting in January. Under a bill signed into law by Governor J.B. Pritzker last month, and this was written in September 2021. Alright, students who decided to take a mental health day will not be required to provide their school with a doctor's note and will be able to make up any work that was missed on their day off. Having this now for all students across the state will be really beneficial, especially with what's going on with COVID. State Rep Barbara Hernandez, who co-sponsored the bill, told the Journal Courier, "Many students feel stressed and have developed anxiety and depression because they are not able to see teachers and friends, and many have lower grades due to remote learning." All right, child psychiatrists say they expect more children will need help. The pandemic has placed unique strains on children, and as a new school year begins, child psychiatrists say they expect to see a surge of kids who need help. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, between March and May of last year, hospitals across the country saw a 24% increase in their number of mental health emergencies visits by kids aged 5 to 11 years old, and a 31% increase for kids 12 to 17. The younger school-age kids are more anxious about separation from their parents and caregivers. Child and adolescent psychiatrist Dr. I'm not going to attempt that because I will butcher it, at Nationwide Children's Hospital in Ohio told NPR they're worried about getting sick or their parents getting sick. For teens, the challenges can be somewhat different according to the psychiatrist. Teens are struggling with social and academic anxiety, he said, as most are worried about socializing with their peers again and adapting to full-time in-person learning. The new law is designed to help kids get care. With the new law in Illinois, Hernandez says students who have more of an opportunity to get the care they need. "I am really excited for this. I think it will help students, parents, and teachers and can help them understand what's going on in their students' lives," Hernandez said. Once a student requests a second mental health day, a school counselor will reach out to their family and the student may be referred to get professional help, according to the bill. Hernandez says that after students take their second mental health day, they should understand that a conversation with an adult is needed about whatever it is they're going through. "Many students are going through a lot mentally and emotionally, and they need support," Hernandez said. Several states have taken similar steps. School districts across Illinois will have until the end of the year to come up with a specific plan to execute the new law ahead of its effective date in January. Illinois joins the states such as Arizona, Colorado, Connecticut, of course Illinois, Maine, Nevada, Oregon, and Virginia that have passed similar bills over the last 2 years, allowing students to be absent from school due to mental or behavioral health reasons, according to the New York Times. Alright, so that's it. Alright, so first my reaction to this is actually really good. This will, one, really help take the stigma off of mental health, and two, it will allow more students to ask for help. You know, the devil's advocate in me says that students might be able to really take advantage of this and exploit it, though ultimately, in my personal opinion, I believe this will do more good than harm. because ultimately, if someone's going through something, right, they can either stay home or they will be able to talk to someone and get separated from the classroom to not cause any disruptions for the other students and to get the help they need. And also, with the second one, that requires someone to follow up with a student to essentially see what's going on, provide resources, counseling, therapy, or what have you. So this is really good. All right, so now let's go into the actual bill. All right, so here is the actual bill, HB1577, and where it puts it in is right here. And let me make it bigger for you guys. There we go. All right, so with absence for cause by illness being required to include the mental or behavioral health of the child for up to 5 days, for which the child need not provide a medical note, in which case the child shall be given the opportunity to make up any schoolwork missed during the mental or behavioral health absence, and after the second mental health day used may be referred to the appropriate school support personnel. All right, so basically this is what we read already in the other article. So let's see, this is only 7 pages long. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the entire article, then I'll give my final thoughts. All right, so be it enacted by the people of the state of Illinois, represented in the General Assembly. Section 5, the school code is amended by changing sections 26-1 and 26-2A as follows. All right. Compulsory school age exemptions. Whoever has custody or control of any child between the ages of 7 and 17 years, unless the child has already graduated from high school, for school years before the 2014-2015 school year, or between the ages of 6 and 17 years, unless the child has already graduated from high school, beginning with the 2014-2015 school year, shall cause such child to attend some public schools in the district wherein the child resides the entire time it is in session during the regular school term, except as provided in section 10-19.1 and during a required summer school program established under sections 10-22.33b, provided that the following children shall not be required to attend the public schools. Any child attending a private or parochial school, that's a new one, where children are taught the branches of education taught to children of corresponding age and grade in the public schools where the instruction of the child in the branches of education is in the English language. 2. Any child who is physically or mentally unable to attend school, such disability being certified to the county or district truant officer by a competent physician licensed in Illinois to practice medicine and surgery in all its branches. A chiropractic physician licensed under the Medical Practice Act of 1987, a licensed advanced practice registered nurse, a licensed physician assistant, or a Christian Science practitioner residing in this state enlisted in the Christian Science Journal, or who is excused for temporary absence for cause by the principal or teacher of the school which the child attends. And then here's the part that we were talking about, with absence for cause by illness being required to include the mental or behavioral health of the child for up to 5 days, for which the child need not provide a medical note, in which case the child shall be given the opportunity to make up any schoolwork missed during the mental or behavioral health absence, and after the second mental health day used may be referred to the appropriate school support personnel. The exceptions in this paragraph 2 do not apply to any female who is pregnant or the mother of one or more children. Oh wow, okay. Except where a female is unable to attend school due to a complication arising from her pregnancy and the existence of such complications is certified to the country or district through an officer by a competent physician. Any child necessary and lawfully employed according to the provisions of the law regulating child labor may be excused from attendance at school by the county superintendent of schools or the superintendent of the public school which the child should be attending, on certification of the fact by and the recommendation of the school board of the public school district in which the child resides. In districts having part-time continuation schools, children so excused shall attend such schools at least 8 hours each week. Any child over 12 and under 14 years of age, while in attendance at confirmation classes, any child absent, that was 4. 5, any child absent from a public school on a particular day or days or at a particular time of day for the reason that he is unable to attend classes or to participate in any examinations, study, or work requirements on a particular day or days or at a particular time of day, because the tenets of his religion forbid secular activity on a particular day or days or at a particular time of day. Each school board shall prescribe rules and regulations relative to absences for religious holidays, including, but not limited to, a list of religious holidays on which it shall be mandatory to excuse a child. But nothing in this paragraph shall be constructed to limit the right of any school board and its discretion to excuse an absence on any other day by reason of the observance of a religious holiday. A school board may require the parent or guardian of a child who is to be excused from attending school due to the observance of a religious holiday to give notice not exceeding 5 days of the child's absence to the school principal or other school personnel. Any child excused from attending school under this paragraph 5 shall not be required to submit a written excuse for such absence after returning to school. All right, 6. Any child 16 years of age or older who submits to a school district evidence of necessary and lawful employment pursuant to paragraph 3 of this section and I is enrolled in graduation incentives program pursuant to section 26-16 of the code or an alternative learning opportunity program established pursuant to article 13b of this code. All right, 7. A child in any of grades 6 through 12 absent from a public school on a particular day or days or at the particular time of day for the purpose of sounding taps at a military honors funeral held in this state for a deceased veteran. In order to be excused under this paragraph 7, the student shall notify the school's administration at least 22 days prior to the date of the absence and shall provide the school's administration with the date, the time, and location of the military honors funeral. The school's administration may waive this 2-day notification requirement if the student did not receive at least 2 days advance notice, but the student shall notify the school's administration as soon as possible of the absence. A student whose absence is excused under this paragraph shall be counted as if the student attended school for purposes of calculating the average daily attendance of students in the school district. A student whose absence is excused under this paragraph 7 must be allowed a reasonable time to make up schoolwork missed during the absence. If the student satisfactorily completes the schoolwork, the day of absence shall be counted as a day of compulsory attendance, and he or she may not be penalized for that absence. And 8. Any child absent from a public school on a particular day or days or a particular time of day for reasons of his or her parent or legal guardian is active duty members of the uniformed service and has been called to duty for, is on leave from, or has immediately returned from deployment to a combat zone or combat support postings. Such a student shall be granted 5 days of excused absences in any school year and at the discretion of the school board. Additional excused absence to visit the student's parents or legal guardian relative to such leave or deployment of the parent or legal guardian. In the case of excused absences pursuant to this paragraph 8, the student and parent or legal guardian shall be responsible for obtaining assignments from the student's teacher prior to any period of excused absence, and for ensuring that such assignments are completed by the student prior to his or her return to school from such period of excused absence. Alright, then I think this goes over definition. Alright, so section 26-2A, a truant is defined as a child who is subject to compulsory school attendance who is absent without valid cause as defined under this section from such attendance for more than 1% but less than 5% of the past 180 school days. Valid cause. For absence shall be illnesses, including the mental or behavioral health of the student, observance of a religious holiday, death in an immediate family, or emergency shall include other situations beyond control of the student as determined by the Board of Education. In each district, or such other circumstances which cause reasonable concern to the parent for the mental, emotional, or physical health or safety of the student. Chronic or habitual truant shall be defined as a child who is subject to compulsory school attendance and who is absent without valid cause from such attendance for five or more of the previous 180 regular attendance days. Truant minor is defined as a chronic truant to whom supportive services, including prevention, diagnostic intervention, and remedial services, alternative programs, and other school and community resources have been provided and have failed to result in the cessation of chronic truancy, or have been offered and refused. A dropout is defined as a child enrolled in grades 9 through 12 whose name has been removed from the district enrollment roster for any reason other than the student's death, extended illness, removal for medical noncompliance, expulsion, aging out, graduation, or completion of a program of studies, and who has not transferred to another public or private school and is not known to be homeschooled by his or her parents or guardians or continuing school in another country. Religion, for the purposes of this article, includes all aspects of religious observance and practices as well as beliefs. Alrighty, so that is it for HB0577. Alright, there's one thing I want to go back and take a look at, so let's do a control find and go to... Okay, here we go. Alright, so the exemption is paragraph 2, so the exemption to this paragraph 2 to not apply to any female who is pregnant or the mother of one or more children, except where a female is unable to attend school due to a complication arising from her pregnancy, and the existence of such complication is certified to the country or district to an officer by a competent physician. So that sucks right there. I mean, if I'm reading and understanding this paragraph correctly, this does not apply to any female who is pregnant or the mother of one or more children. So this mental or behavioral health. Alright, so this doesn't apply to, so any child who's physically or mentally unable to attend school. That does not apply to any female who is pregnant. So any pregnant female students, this does not apply to unless it's due to a complication in her pregnancy. That sucks. That really is unfortunate. And I really hope they amend that because pregnancy shouldn't, and then again, this is if I'm understanding this paragraph correctly, pregnancy shouldn't be, yeah, that just sucks all around. Hopefully they take that out so that way this includes pregnant students also because they may need that. Pregnancy takes a toll on someone's mental health. Even after someone gives birth, right, there's postpartum depression, right, and there's a lot of things that go into that as well. But that sucks. All right, so now I guess let me give my final thoughts. All right, so overall final thoughts. This bill is really good, right? Because ultimately, A, like I said, it takes the stigma off of mental health, and B, it recognizes that mental health is a problem where absences are needed, right? And also, this allows the school to follow up with a student as well after their second mental health absence to make sure that they get the need and care that they need, or the help and care that they need ultimately. And that part about excluding female students that are pregnant is horrible. They should really take that out so that way it does include them because women who are pregnant, especially student women, female students that are pregnant in high school, junior high, and what have you, they will need that extra support because a lot of things are going on with them mentally, especially with pregnancy, whether it's a wanted or unwanted pregnancy. So I would say the only downside about that bill is that it excludes pregnant women unless there is a complication with a pregnancy. So yeah, I would say take that out and that bill is good, right? Because ultimately it doesn't penalize the student because they're able to make up any work that was missed during that day. And it gives them a chance to really take that breather when they need it instead of being forced to go to school. And again, true, I know some people may say that students will find a way to take advantage of this, but ultimately, a lot of people find ways to take advantage of everything and anything that they can. In my professional and personal opinion, this bill will do more good than harm, right? And ultimately, if it's to help out students, then yeah, this is definitely needed. So I know this is probably already enacted since it's already January 2022. So I can't wait to see how this goes. All right, so other than that, that's it. Thank you guys very much for watching the video. And please let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the video and what you guys think of the bill as well. All right, this is Corsair Mac signing out. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.